One of the worst feelings as a coach is when a session starts, you ask a question excitedly, and you get that awkward silence. It throws off the whole vibe, and you start second-guessing yourself, and the conversation feels forced. So, in this video, I'm gonna give you 5 simple icebreakers to kick off your coaching sessions and get your clients talking fast. Everything I'll share is available over at Bcast, so you can head to our website to try them for free. I'll add a link in the description below. Alright, first up is the word cloud, and this is probably my favorite. I'll usually start with something really simple, like, what's one word that describes how you're showing up today? What's great about this is there is zero pressure. They don't have to come up with a perfect answer, they don't have to explain anything. It's just one word. But even with something that simple, you start to see patterns immediately. You'll get words like tired, stressed, excited, curious, and now you have a real sense of where they're at. So instead of guessing how to start the session, you're actually meeting them where they are. Once they've shared that first word, it is so much easier to follow up with something like, tell me a bit more about that. And the conversation starts flowing. Now, what I really like about the word cloud icebreaker is that it works for both individual and group coaching. Even if you're coaching a bigger group, say 10 to 12 people, you just jump into a tool like Bcast, set up a quick word cloud, and share the link. Everyone can respond at the same time, and you instantly see all their inputs come in live. So instead of going around the room one by one, which can take forever and feel a bit awkward, you get everyone engaged right away. And from there, it is really easy to spot patterns and pick a few responses to go deeper on. Now, number 2, what's your story? Honestly, nothing makes people feel more human than a good story. At the start of a group coaching session, everyone can be a bit tense or in their head, but then you hear that someone had this funny experience or something unexpected happened to them, and suddenly they don't feel like a stranger anymore, right? There's just more connection in the room straight away, and you can relate to them better. That's why I am such a big fan of the secret story icebreaker. So how it works is I'll have everyone write a short story about themselves, nothing long, just a few lines, and submit it in Bcast. Then all the stories show up on a board, and we go through them as a group and try to guess who wrote what. Trust me, it is always more fun than people expect it to be. You learn random, unexpected things about each other, and it just makes everyone feel a bit more relaxed. I usually use this for kickoff sessions, especially when people are meeting for the first time and haven't really had a chance to get to know each other. Now, number 3, this one you can use whether it's a group coaching session or a one-on-one. For group coaching, everyone creates a character and talks about it. It's simple, a bit creative, and it gets people out of their heads pretty quickly. But I think the real magic is in one-on-one. It is such an underrated way to connect with the client and break that wall that can make the conversation feel one-sided or a bit forced. So what you do is take part in the exercise as well. You create your character, they do the same, and then you talk about it, like why you see yourself that way, and they do the same. And that becomes the starting point of your conversation. If you're coaching in person, even better. You can both grab random objects in the room and use them to represent different parts of the character. It just makes it a bit more fun, a bit more interactive, and that usually helps people loosen up even more and not take it too seriously. Number 4, we're talking emojis. Now, this is probably the lowest pressure way to check the vibe in the room. It's just one emoji, but it actually tells you a lot about how someone's feeling. I really like it because there is almost no friction. People don't have to think too much, they just pick something that feels right in the moment. And from there, you can obviously ask them to share more about why they picked that, or even get some direction about how the day's session should go. Like, if someone chooses an emoji that signals that they're anxious or stressed, you know to maybe defer to a lower pressure topic, throw in more games to relax the atmosphere, and so much more. It is one quick icebreaker that can set the tone for your entire session. And it also works for group and individual coaching too. Number 5, the weather report. Now, hear me out. I know talking about the weather is kind of the classic icebreaker, but this is a little different. Instead of actual weather, you're using it as a way for someone to describe their mood. So you might ask something like, if your mood today was a weather report, what would it be? And people might say things like a bit cloudy, sunny with some storms, or completely all over the place. And what's nice about this is that it gives people a way to express how they're feeling without having to say it directly. It's a bit more creative, more relaxed, and it often leads to more honest answers. And then, same as the others, you can just follow up with what's making it feel like that and go from there. So there you have it. 5 simple icebreakers that will transform your coaching sessions. Now, you might be looking at some of these and thinking, it's going to take time. I don't want to spend half of my coaching session just icebreaking, and I get that. Which is why I've also put together some 5-second icebreakers that work for any type of meeting. And yes, that is including coaching. It's right here, so go check it out.